Hello everyone, I'm Joanne and welcome to my craft room. In just a minute we're going to make this wonderful little flip card. Isn't that fun? Little message right there on the front. There. I am featuring my wonderful butterflies in this video. I just love these small butterflies from Pinkfresh Studio. So here's the hot foil plate, the dies, and the stencils are what we're going to use today. I absolutely loved the way the glimmer of that foil made this entire card stand out just with those three butterflies. Aren't they cute? Now I'm going to be using other stamp sets, and you can use any cardstock and any other stamp sets that you would like. And this is what I did on this envelope, because I already had these butterflies completed. But when we make the card today, we're going to make new butterflies because I want to foil and I want to stencil. Now, I am an affiliate for Spellbinders, scrapbook.com, and Amazon. This is all at no cost to you. If you will click the links below when you order, it helps me out. I do receive a little commission, and again, it's at no cost to you. You just have to click on the link and shop any product that you'd like. Even on Amazon, like if you need to buy dog food or cat food, you can even buy that on Amazon just by clicking my link. I sure do appreciate it. All right, so here we go. And I have to say something. I'm really excited. Something is coming, and I will, when I get it and I get to show it to you, I'm going to be extremely excited to share it with you, which I've had people ask for lives on YouTube, and that might happen. So I'm really looking forward to that. Things are just kind of like right now in the works, and so I just have to wait. And but yeah, things are coming, so I think you guys will be really excited about that. But for today, here we go. I even used a little wink of Stella there on my little bird. Isn't that cute? Little stamp set. You can use anything that you'd like. Okay, so let's go over these measurements first, okay? So use any color cardstock that you want, anything. I'm just using from my stash. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. That's the base. Then on the front, you'll have a piece of white cardstock at 3 3/4 by 5, and then some pattern paper, any pattern you want, any color you want, at 3.5 by 4 3/4. The inside is just a piece of, I'm using the Nina cardstock. That's what I've been using here lately, and I really like it. This is 4 3/4 by 3.5. Now my little pull right here, you'll need a piece of coordinating cardstock that is 2 3/8 by 6. 2 3/8 by 6. That's for this piece right here that these squares attach to. Now I've used some dies that layer themselves, square dies that layer themselves. I suggest with this card that you do a square, okay? We'll talk about when we put it together what measurements you should cut if you don't have layering squares. Okay, we'll talk about that. So I'll be back in just a moment, and we're going to go ahead and start to foil and stencil some butterflies. Okay, we're going to do a little foiling. My machine is warm and my timer button is pushed. I have my foil plate on there, my hot foil plate, the butterflies. I love them. I'm going to go ahead and put my pretty side of my foil to the pretty side of the hot foil plate. I'm going to place my paper, and I learned something yesterday. This shim here, this frosty green shim, is heat resistant. So this one definitely needs to go down first, and then the clear one on top of it. My button is ready. Here we go. I'm going to undock it. Send it through my machine. Slowly, I'm allowing the paper, or I'm sorry, the foil to transfer up into the paper by rolling slowly. Let's see what we get. Put that back on there. I'm going to do a little bit more foiling off camera. Ooh, let's see. I love gold butterflies, don't you? It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now I will come back, I will hot foil this with a solid hot foil plate now and have solid gold butterflies again. And then I will come back and we will go ahead and do a little stenciling. Look at how stunning these are. Even just cut out like this, they are absolutely stunning. I love to foil. Okay, back in a second and we'll go ahead and do some pretty stenciling. Okay, let's do some stenciling. I love to do this. Now, our butterflies are so pretty in gold. Remember, the foil will resist ink. I use the ink that I have. You can use whatever colors that you have. There are 4 stencils in this set. So, now if I cut this paper down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, it would fit between the stencil, between these notches perfectly, and then line everything up. I just cut the bottom of it off a little bit. I'm just going to line these up from here. Use some tape. I've got my piece down. Remember, we're going to die cut these butterflies, right? So I'm going to use like a dark blue and a light blue and a happy green and a coral color, okay? All right, so first I'm going to start with a lighter blue. You can use any color that you'd like. And my preference now are these little blending sponges. I love this. I have to show this to you. This is a brand new one, and look how flat it is. Okay, this one I've washed a few times, and so look at the difference. It's like a little cone shape right there. Isn't that funny? So it's kind of shrunk a little bit, but it works great. No big deal. I just wanted to show it to you. When I picked it up today, I was like, oh, look, it shrunk. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the blue. And I love a glass mat because you could always put a little ink out here if you wanted to and start it. And then come into your project. Sometimes, like when I even do this, I don't even stamp off. I just go right to the project. I want that deep ink in here. At least for what I'm doing with this. Sometimes if I'm doing flowers, I'll do a gradient color. But I love to stencil. It is so gratifying. And you know, with this, I love that the foil resists the ink. That's how everything just shines through so pretty. Okay, there's our first layer. Now I'm going to leave the paper down, okay, and just pick up my stencil. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? You're going to watch this just like pop and come alive like crazy right now. Okay, let's use stencil 2. Now these are numbered. I forgot to tell you. There is a little etched place in the top. This says stencil 2. And we're going to go ahead and line this up. These are really high quality stencils that Pinkfresh Studio creates. And I'm very, very happy that I found something like this. I didn't even know it existed, honest to goodness. Between the foiling and the stenciling, I'm having the time of my life in this craft room. Now I'm going to use a darker blue. And I could go back in with this one, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use a separate one and go in with the darker blue. And this is more, has like a midnight tone to it. You could use a navy if you wanted to. I've been learning a lot from foiling, watching the other presenters that, you know, have been doing this for a while. And I really feel like it's catching on like crazy now. It's like a new, you know, like what's trending. The other day, yesterday actually, I went to Hobby Lobby. And they There will be no more shopping at Hobby Lobby because there's nothing there. I will be doing all of my craft shopping online now. Because they had nothing, not even Tim Holtz. They didn't even have any of these. So everything online now. Let's see what this layer looks like. Every time I pick this up, it's like a new surprise, right? Look at that with the dark and the lighter blue. Isn't that pretty? Let's go to stencil 3. Coming out nicely for us. Take your time lining up your stencils. I've learned that. I've learned that if you get lost, and what I mean about lost, it's like you can't get it, you can't get it. Pick it back up and put it back down. It's almost like if you go away from it, I don't know what it is, but then like I can line it up like boom, and then there it is. Just wiggle it around until that's what you see is what the, you know, what you want to, what you need to work on in this part. See, I want to make sure, I'm taking my time, I want to make sure that I see I'm checking each and every butterfly. I want to see the gold. I want to see the gold outline. I like it. Okay. So just take your time. Now I'm going to go in with the green. Now I'm going to a brush because that's just what I have. I need to purchase more of those sponges, the holders. I don't like to change them out. You can. They're on with Velcro. You can just change them out. But because I've got other stuff, I'm okay with it. And you know, this would be a great way to mass produce cards, is just go in with each and every stencil. Like, you know, you could foil 3 or 4 sets and then stencil each and every color, which would be gorgeous and fun to do. Each and every butterfly, just beautiful. Tell you what though, Simon Hurley came out with some butterflies that I want, because they have ones that go on top of it. You know, the like it's got a flat bottom, and then the one that layers on top of it has you know, that gives it dimension, and it's real, and it's detailed, and I think, oh my goodness, is that not gorgeous? Oh, just wait now. Now, the little body and the wings, so cute, right? See, like this right here lines up with the foil, so it won't color that. Okay, I'm just looking to make sure I have my foil and my little bodies of my butterflies in there. I'm using the Best Ever craft tape. And let's get a little bit of a coral color. Any color you have that's a little pinkish, orangish, peachy is what I picked. And I think this is going to make our butterflies look gorgeous. And you know, okay, these are the colors I picked. Whatever color goes with your card base, whatever that you want to do, use anything. Just have fun. Just know that you could use 4 different colors. You could use 2 colors, you know, because then you could just get a little heavier handed or more ink with one. Use one really light and then come back in with the second layer and it being, you know, just a little bit darker. That's wonderful right there. Am I good? I'm good. Oh, I love it. Let me get all this out of the way. And let's see what we have. I'm so excited. Look how pretty they are. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look how pretty, guys. The green and the blues. And look at that shimmer. Wow. With that foil. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, now I want to go ahead and cut that out, right? Let's bring in our machine. And here we go here. We'll put that right there. Let me get the die out right here. And it cuts them all out individually. Oh my goodness, they're beautiful. Each of them just has a different, like, I don't know, like this one has more orange in it. This one has an outline of the coral, the orangey coral. This one has more blue. Every one of them is different. And again, take your time. Line your, I mean, you put your time into it. Let's not get this off. Whoop. So I'm just gonna tape that down. There and there. I try not to get any tape on my foil because it could lift it. I love it. Here we go. Oh, we're going to make the cutest butterflies right here. Okay. Oh, one of them fell out. Look how cute! Oh my goodness. I love that the foil resists the ink, you know? Look at that. And like from here, we get all of these butterflies, and then we're going to get an envelope and decorate a card. We got to make the card now. Okay, let me set up and get ready to make the front of that card with you guys. I love these. I hope you do too. All right, back in a second. Okay, let's go ahead and decorate the inside of the card and the envelope. I like to try to get as much done as possible before I get to the mechanism of everything, because then you're done. You know, then it's not, you know, like you do the outside of it, then you have the inside and the envelope to do. So I like to kind of get these things done first. So this piece of white, like I said in the beginning, is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I'm just going to get some nice Gina K Connect glue here. And I'm going to go ahead and attach my butterfly to the inside. And then let's go ahead and attach this to the inside of the card. Just like that. Oh, that looks so great. I love that. I love that butterfly. Look how pretty. Ah! Okay, that's good. All right, now the envelope. I think I'm going to use these 3. I was looking at them while I was off camera. I think I'm going to try to use these 3 on the outside. So I think I might want to do this one. I like that one for the back of the envelope because it's wide. And then I'm going to do that one on the front. And then we'll have these to pick from for the front of the card. Now, when I do something like this, I really make sure I get the glue into the nooks and crannies because of the mailing process, okay? Try to glue everything down, just like that. You can always go back and, you know, sneak some up under something if need be. Just something different to do other than stamping or coloring or, you know, or even stenciling. Just use your pieces that you've already created, right? Isn't that pretty? What a happy envelope. I love it. All right, so now we have the inside and the outside completed. Let's go ahead and talk about this part of the card right here. Now, I have to get a die. Hang on. Have to get a die. Where did I put it? Here we are. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is find the center of this piece. And this piece is, let's see. This piece is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And we want to find the center, and it's not going to matter that you make a mark, okay? So this is like 3.5. So half of that is about 1 3/4. Right about, round about in there. Okay, right about in here. Okay, and then this is 4 3/4. I could be a little bit off with that measurement, but it's okay. So that's 2 5/8. Round about right here. Okay? So now I've got these two marks in here, okay? This is really simple. This is where you are going to place whatever. Now you might have a punch to punch this out. You might have, like what I have is a die, okay? I have this rectangle and it's stitched. It doesn't matter that it's stitched. It doesn't have to be. It's just what I have. So see where my two pieces are? I just want to place this so that I see those two pencil marks. Does that make sense? And I'm going to go ahead and tape it down, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. Let me move this to the side. Bring this in. Okay. So I just want to make sure it's straight. I'm just rechecking it here. I like it. Perfect. It's good. Okay. All right, now we're going to send this through here. Now this makes the slot for the little part of the cardstock to go through, okay? So now this piece here is, we're going to measure it, okay? I'm going to show you how. I know you're saying, well, my piece isn't that wide. It's okay. I'm going to show you what to do. Okay, no matter what you have, you can use it. Okay, let me take that off of there. Okay, now this piece is like 2 5/8, okay? So I cut this at 2 3/8, okay? Just to give me that little bit of wiggle room so it'll fit through. So let's just say that your slot is 2 inches. Make your piece 1 7/8, okay? Just give it that little bit of wiggle room. So it doesn't really matter how big that slot is. It does not have to be this. It's just what I had. I'm just using what I have. But that's all you have to do is just measure it and just come in like less, like 1/8 of an inch, okay? Just to have a little bit of wiggle room on either side. And that's how you know what to cut this piece. Now, if you have this rectangle die, that's about 2 and, it's about 2.5 wide, right about 2.5 wide, the inner cut, okay? If you have something that's about that, then this is going to be 2 3/8 by 6. 2 3/8 by 6, okay? It's just that 1/8 of an inch smaller because this has to fit into here and not be jammed up, okay? Now let's go ahead and make the top of the card. I'm going to make the little pull. Now many of you might have a tag topper punch, okay? I don't, so I'm just going to make mine out of what I have. I'm rounding my corners. And if you have a tag topper punch, any kind, or any kind of a die that maybe has a little scallop up here or something like that, you might want to do that. No problem with that, right? So I just punched that. And then I'm going to put this right in here in the center. And I'm going to punch that hole. Just like that. All right? There we go. Now, this little thing needs to be scored, okay? Very simple. Of course, I have a ton of things piled up over here. So let's go ahead and bring in any scoreboard that you have. And we're going to score it at 2 inches and 2.5. So with the flat end over here, we're scoring at 2 inches and then 2.5. Okay? And this is actually going to fold in like that. This, we're going to call this like the first score line and the second score line, okay? So the first score line, we're going to fold it in just like that. No big deal, right? Scoring at 2 and 2.5 inches. So you have a little short part here, and then you have the longer. And you can see how this is coming together. See how that's going to come together? Isn't that fun? Okay. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and stamp this little white piece right here. Let's go through these measurements, okay? Just in case you don't have, you really want squares with this because of the way that it has to line up on here. You really want squares so it'll be flat. And then it covers up the slot and it just really works the best, okay? So if you don't have something to cut this out, this is approximately 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. So you need that in 2 colors. 2 of those in whatever 2 colors that you want. Then you need 2 at 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. And then you just need 1 at 1 5/8. Okay? So there are the 3 that you need right there. Easy peasy, okay? Just in case you don't have any kind of layering dies. So I'm just trying to cater to everyone what you might have, what you don't have, and yeah. And we'll get it all together, right? Okay, so here, let's use this. And I'm just going to use the stamp sets that I have. And I'm going to use this little hello there. And I'm going to do that in my coral color. And I'm going to stamp that on the top. Just like that. Then I'm going to stamp my little bird in black. Right here. He's so cute, right? And then the body of the bird in that lighter blue that we used on the butterflies. The other bird, I used a little lighter color blue. This one I'm using a little darker. It just matches. Oh, he's so stinking cute. Just so adorable, right? Okay. Now, let me put that away. Let me get a little wink of Stella here, and let's make our bird glitter. Because we have the gold going on out there, I want him to be, or her, whomever, I want our friend to have sparkle also. There we go. Wink of Stella is a like an alcohol glitter pen, and it's great for having fun with anything that you color. Okay, so the inside one, I'm going to take the coral piece, the smaller of the yellowish mustardy piece. I'm going to put these together. Just like that. And then this one. And I'm a liquid glue kind of person. I use the other inline glue a lot too. You know, some, not a lot. I'm lying. I don't use it a lot. I use it some. Okay, but I'm really an inline. I'm really a liquid glue person. So, and everybody has their preference, whatever you like. Okay, so put that to the side. This one, I'm going to stamp my little For You. And I'm going to use my coral for this one. And I'm going to stamp it up in this corner. Just a small sentiment. You could put hello, whatever you want. Whatever you want to put, you put. Okay. Now this then will get adhered to that larger piece for the outside, because then this piece is the one that gets the butterflies. So we're going to place this right here. And we have these parts completed, stamped, decorated, and ready to go. All right, let me set it up to get ready to teach you that mechanism. I'll be right back. Okay, now we have our piece right here, and remember we scored it at 2 and 2.5. You're gonna fold it in toward where you made the little pretty you know, decorative edge or whatever kind of an edge you put there. You're gonna fold that first score line in. Okay, now you're going to go ahead, and I already did it by mistake, but put tear and tape between the score lines. Just leave it there, okay? This part right here, go ahead and add glue, and you want to put this on the flap, okay? You don't want to put it down on what we're going to put on here because it's bigger. So you want to put your glue on the flap. Then you want to take, this is going to be the inside, the hello there, right? Our little bluebird is saying hello, and we're going to place that right up to that score line. And see, now you can, I wanted you to put the tear and tape there so you could see it. It's so easy, because I've done it, to take this piece and glue it over here. So that was kind of my little fail-safe little trick to kind of show myself that, and I want that in the center. Yeah, there we go. To show myself not to place it there. Okay, now remember, this is going to go in here eventually, okay? We're going to go ahead and put a piece of tear and tape up here. Flip this over, and on this back panel, just put a piece of tear and tape here. Okay. Ooh, am I running out? Yes, I am. Let's see. Right here. And you always have a backup, right? There's just essentials, right? There's just some essentials you must have in the craft room. This is one of them. Tear and tape, liquid glue, straight line adhesive, bone folders. You know, it's just what it is. Now, don't take the back off of that yet, okay? Now you've got your front, all right? Now, you want to go ahead and attach it here to this tear and tape. Let me take that out of there, okay? So you want to attach this here up to where it's folded. And you want to cover what you have behind there, top and bottom. Okay, it doesn't matter if it waterfalls. It looks cute if it waterfalls. So right there, okay? So now you have like two things flipping here, okay? Now here's our tear and tape here, right? We're going to take this piece where we made our slot, and we're going to put this in here. We're not going to worry about this piece. We're going to worry about this piece, okay? And where we want it, like in the center there, okay? That's where we want it. That's where I want it. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to remove my backing here. You're going to make so many of these. You could put a cupcake on the inside, a little candle. I mean, just some cute little stuff, okay? So, again, I want to make sure that this is straight. I'm looking at my grid on my glass mat. I'm giving myself some room. Let me show you this. This is what you have to look for. Give yourself that wiggle room top and bottom, okay? Remember, this part is cut down 1/8 of an inch smaller than whatever you put on the inside there. Because you could have a punch that's 2 inches. You might have took a scissor and cut yourself out a little 2-inch rectangle yourself. You know, you could even do that. But just make sure that this is cut about 1/8 of an inch smaller. So my piece is 2 3/8 by 6 is what this piece is for this one. But like I said, if my slit was a different size, then I would adjust my pull mechanism, okay? Now I have my tape over here, okay, all ready. And I'm going to come across here And I want this, I can move it out. Wow, I'm lucky. I am very lucky on that. I'm going to move it out. I'm going to move it right there. I'm going to close the whole thing and move it right there. Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. I closed it and moved it out, and now I have a beautiful little waterfall effect right there. That's cute. I love that. Okay, now, whew, I'm glad we got through that. A little stumble, but you know, if you see me stumble, you see me try to fix it. I put my ribbon in here. I'm going to go ahead, and we did. I just had to line it up kind of where I wanted it to see the little hole there. I'm going to go ahead and snip that. Now, a long time ago, we had Stampin' Up! Staplers. I'm just using this one. Use any stapler, or you could just tie it. And I'm just stapling it right there. I think it makes it look really cute. Just to be, oh, that is so adorable. All right, I'm so glad we got through that. I was worried. Okay, now what we want to do, because see, we have to have room, okay? So let's turn this over and put any kind of like a dimensional, any type of, some type of a dimensional that you have, not on here. But you want to secure it, okay? So put a little bit extra top and bottom, and then this is going to get attached. Okay, so remember, fool with your mechanism, okay, before you glue it down. Go ahead and kind of check it out where you want it to sit like I did, okay? I just got seriously lucky that I did not, like that it didn't stick permanently. I don't know how, but that was, you know, that was just what it was. So let's go ahead and mount this on the piece of white. And the white is 3 3/4 by 5, and this paper was 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So I'm just going to mount this here, give me a nice border, and then it's going to allow my card just to, oh my goodness, have that free flow to it. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Okay, now let's bring in our base, and let's go ahead and glue this down permanently onto the front. And I would definitely put this down flat because you've got so much going on in the front of the card. I hope I didn't confuse you too much with lining that up. But you see, we got it, right? It has to make like, it has to look like a little waterfall. Now let's put this right in here, because then this is not off of the card, okay? Look how plain that looks, right? Now, let's go ahead and decorate. Watch how this, it's going to bring this to life. I love that. And there. And let's see. We can't have it hang off, you know. I love that. How's those three? I love them. That's great. So we'll put our pretty butterflies on here in our pretty colors. And I'm just adding dimension to them because that's just fun. Right here. And then here. Just like that. Now I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take, where did I put them? I want some stones. Let's see here. Here they are. Okay. And I'm going to color them with the coral color. And we're going to sprinkle them on the card. And we want 5 of them. Let's do 1, 2, 3. They color nicely. 4, 5. Just like that. Let's bring our card in. And let's see, I'll place a smaller one here and the medium size here. Maybe another medium up there. one here, and then another small one here. You always want to work in odd numbers. Oh my goodness, our cards look beautiful. So look at the contrast of these. This is where I use the blue with that mustardy colored orange or yellow. And then here is the pink and the green. Both of them are beautiful. Always remember with this, line it up. Close the entire thing, line it up, and then push it down, okay? It was really simple. I was making it harder than what it looked. Okay, so we'll just go with that, right? Just line it up, close it all, push it down, and you're good. And make sure you have your little pull tab here. But is this not fun? If you got that in the mail, you would be happy, right? Look how cute. I like my, this is a lighter blue bird to go with this green, but these blues in here, I did the darker and did the wink of Stella. It's so stinking cute. I hope you like the cards, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.